Hi, my name is Michelle Gledhill. I'm a senior lecturer in marketing operations and digital business. I think the key thing in establishing positive relationships with students, in my experience, is twofold really. The first thing is about establishing expectations early on from what you expect from them, so in terms of their attendance, participation in classes, pre-reading before courses, but equally what you will deliver for them. So for example, up-to-date, high-quality teaching, interesting examples, work marked on time, and just generally a positive, happy learning experience for them, where there's some fun in that whole process as well. The other aspect which I feel about creating positive relationships with students, which isn't always possible, but from my own personal experience, is a continuity of teaching the same group of students. Once you teach the group of students once, and then you teach them again maybe in the third year of the course, they know you, you know them, straight in, the rapport's already there. They know they're going to get a good deal from you. You know them, so you know which ones maybe you need to support a little bit more, which ones you need to encourage, which ones you need to draw out more. But as I said, that's not always possible with management and programming, but certainly from my own experience, that has helped me immeasurably. I think really in tutorials, because it's a bit more of a relaxed, informal situation, rather than maybe you always leading the tutorial, I think it's always useful maybe to ask the students what they want to do sometimes, so give them some choice, what they'd like to go, if they want to go over a particular model, if they want extra assignment support. And what we've done in the business school this year, within that, we have allowed some time in the tutorials for one-to-ones at the end of the tutorials, and that certainly helps like building engagement with students and establishing relationships. Building rapport with large groups is extremely difficult. Maybe again it's in the design of the activities perhaps to engage them. So for example, perhaps in a large lecture, what I always try and do is use quite a lot of multimedia examples, so I'm not talking all the time, and try and use some examples that will interest them. But also we are experimenting with making the lectures much more interactive, so we've been doing some live quizzes and things. And also I think the important thing is to try and let them see some personal aspect of yourself. Don't be too informal, be very approachable for them, but again it's about this thing of expectations. Like all students I think would say about me, I'm quite fair and fun, we learn, we have a fun time, but we know at the end of the day that Michelle is the tutor, so don't push that too far and try and be the friend. I'd say that's not advisable, but just a more informal relationship with them does help. Another way of really maintaining the rapport with students is something that I do on one of my postgraduate courses, and a number of us do actually in the marketing department. We have a closed Facebook group, and it's really good because obviously when they do the postgrad they just come for a year, but we do that in about April, May of the course, so those when they've enrolled in the course they can get to know each other on Facebook, which is obviously a medium they're really familiar with, and it can be more of an informal communication tool, and I find that's a really, really effective way to communicate with them, but also it just kind of keeps the relationship with them flowing so they know what's going on, and you can post interesting stuff and then everybody will post things, so it becomes like a collaborative tool then, which is quite a useful repository. I think the role of being a personal tutor is extremely rewarding, because you build up a really close relationship with students, and if you keep in contact with them, it's really rewarding even after 2-3 years after. And often I will get my past students perhaps to come in and talk to other students about their experiences. But I think the personal tutor role varies from year to year. If you first year it's about embedding them in, second year you know, some anxiety about assignments and things and how they're performing, and sometimes they lack a bit of motivation then. So really the role perhaps is trying to motivate them to study and realising like the long game, if you like. I think in the third year it's slightly easier in some respects because they really are committed then. So I think the role really, especially in the third year, is about reassuring, perhaps an additional voice for them. My main tip to give to staff would be, is going back to what I said at the very beginning, it's about expectations. If they meet your expectations, and you will meet theirs then, and then they will value the relationship.
I think Michelle was brilliant because she's very good at doing what she does as a teacher, but I think the fact that she's so open and available but can apply all of her knowledge, it means that students can come to her and she can deliver, and then they can tie in sort of what they expect and what she expects, and that she can help them plan that accordingly.
You can find more films and podcasts on our website. Go to celt.mmu.ac.uk/good practice. Thanks for watching.